Teen diver accidentally solves 27-year-old mystery. Solving an old mystery can absolutely change your life, especially when it is a valuable historical item. But some mysteries are better off unsolved. One teenage boy will never forget the day he decided to investigate a strange object in the lake. So what did he find there? You will know in a moment, but before we continue, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button below. And don't forget to turn your notifications on so you don't miss out on our new videos. Now, let's continue with the story. In August 2019, 13-year-old Max Warenka noticed a mysterious object deep beneath the water at Griffin Lake Cabins, a popular holiday spot in British Columbia, Canada. Curious about the unknown object in the lake, the teenager dove deep into the murky water with his GoPro, and to his surprise, he unraveled a 27-year-old mystery. Warenka lives for an adrenaline rush. He has a love for sledding in the mountains and anything with an engine. The outdoorsy daredevil teenager loves hunting and fishing, but he had no idea that his adventurous nature would help him uncover a truly mind-blowing secret. Warenka and his family spent every summer on their boat at the same lake, so they were extremely familiar with the area. The boy regularly carried his GoPro with him when he wandered the popular holiday resort. On this particular day, he was chatting to another family staying at the lake when they spotted an unusual shadowy figure under the surface of the water and asked the teenager to take a look with his GoPro. What he would find would shock them all. The guests told him that they had noticed something shiny lurking at the bottom of the water, which only made the teen even more eager to investigate. You could see something almost like a shadow, like an imprint, the Canadian teen told the Washington. Warenka had a sinking feeling that something was very wrong. This wasn't just a rusty boat that had sunk to the bottom of the lake. After noticing the strange reflection of what appeared to be shiny metal, 13-year-old Warenka pushed his paddleboard closer to the mysterious object and jumped into the lake to begin his investigation. In an interview with the Washington Post in September 2019, the teenager described how, when he got closer to the object, he could see something shiny reflecting back at him, and then he realized that he was looking at an exhaust pipe. As he carried out a further inspection, he could see he was staring at a car laying upside down. His discovery of a car at the bottom of this remote lake sparked a lot of questions and concerns for the residents of the holiday park. Warenka and his family did an internet search to find out why there was a car submerged beneath Griffin Lake. Interestingly, they learned of an accident 10 years before where a car had crashed into the lake, during which 4 people were rescued. The family were satisfied they had an explanation for the sunken car and assumed the vehicle was related to the accident back in 2009. We researched, and there had been an accident in 2009, and we initially assumed that it was a leftover vehicle from the people who were rescued, Nancy Warenka told Today. But she was very wrong. She just didn't know it yet. What's even worse is that Mrs. Warenka had no idea she was about to embark on a dark journey that would unravel a horrible secret. The day after the teenager's discovery, an off-duty police officer and his family visited the resort. Max's mother, Nancy, was chatting with the officer when the topic of the previous day's findings came up. She mentioned how it was strange that the car was never retrieved from the water, but the police officer was sure that the car from the 2009 accident had, in fact, been removed from the lake. On August 21st, 2019, a team of officers showed up to the lake to carry out an investigation into the mysterious vehicle lying beneath the water. The teenager led the officers to an area that was about 10 feet away from the western shore of the lake that hugged the highway, but there was an obstacle in the water that could prove difficult to sea for everyone except the teen. Warenka and the officers took a boat out to the vehicle in question. However, the water conditions were murky, which made it difficult for the officers to inspect the car from the surface of the lake. Determined to get answers and, of course, evidence, the teenager helped the officers gather clues by diving into the water, with his GoPro capturing clear footage of the car. He bravely dove under the muddy water to help authorities answer their questions surrounding this mysterious motor. The video, which has since been released online, captures the car lying with its wheels facing the sky. The video footage, captured by the brave 13-year-old, showed a car covered in a thick coat of mud and vegetation. Marine life had even begun growing inside the car, so it was obvious that the vehicle had been submerged in the water for quite some time. How did it end up there in the first place? 3 days after Max Warenka provided the authorities with video footage of the car, investigators began their search for answers and brought in experienced divers to take a closer look at the car. Once the divers were in close proximity to the car, they first took note of its registration plate, which provided major evidence for the case, and linked the vehicle to a 27-year-old missing persons case. Apparently, the car was registered to Janet Farris, a 69-year-old woman who was reported missing by her family back in 1992. Farris's case had surprisingly never been solved, and her family were left in limbo about her disappearance for almost 30 years. The mystery of what had happened to Farris had haunted her family for decades, but they never imagined that a boy born 14 years after her disappearance would finally close this cold case for authorities. The police returned to the scene a few days after, and they didn't come alone. They brought a tow truck and a dive team to help them raise the sunken vehicle from its watery grave. Little did they know that a gruesome discovery was about to unravel a decades-old mystery. As the authorities pulled the water-damaged Honda Accord from the lake, investigators noticed a key feature that would piece together the mysteries of this case. Interestingly enough, the car did not look as if anybody tried to escape from it, as all of its windows and doors were closed shut. Tragically, the mystery behind the missing woman's case was solved as investigators found the remains of a body inside the car. After a forensic examination, the evidence proved that the body belonged to Janet Farris, who had gone missing 27 years before her car was accidentally found by Warenka. According to Farris's family, Janet had been traveling alone across the country from Vancouver Island to Alberta to attend a wedding when she disappeared. 2 weeks after the wedding that Janet was supposed to attend, her family received a call wondering why she had never shown up to the event. To the family's concern, they reported Janet missing to the authorities. As the authorities couldn't provide an answer to Farris's family as to why she didn't come home, the family came up with their own theories for their loved one's disappearance. According to Janet's son, the family assumed that perhaps she had veered off the road while falling asleep or crashed, trying to avoid hitting an animal. Sadly, we will never know what exactly happened to this woman. Was it really an accident or not? What do you think happened to Janet? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. And thank you for watching this video.